Well, hello, guys and ladies. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, it's crazy. I've got that clock that I got a couple of years ago, that countdown clock, and I set it a couple of months ago for the Super Bowl. And I look at it in the morning and things, and I see the time, and I'm actually surprised because I had it counting down to 6:30 today, and the whole time that I set it, it's kind of crazy, and it doesn't. I wasn't sure if I actually had it right, but I was sitting there at the chair, and we remembered, oh, we're on NFL Network. That's why they're doing all these cooking stuff on here. We need to be on NBC. And we changed the channel, and right at 6:30, I didn't realize it, there's an alarm. The alarm went off. Doot, 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 for about 30 seconds. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And realized it was the alarm. The clock was flashing, saying, time's up. And it hit me that the season is up. It was 60 degrees yesterday, 65 degrees. And today, it's in the 20s. The NFL winter is now upon us. Let me say congratulations to the Rams. You're world champions. And to Mathew Stafford, I owe you an apology, Mathew Stafford. I dogged you all season long, and you are now a Super Bowl champion. Congratulations. But I will say that this game should be a lesson to the Dallas Cowboys, because what I saw in this game, it wasn't an offensive juggernaut shootout. This game was a couple of big plays here and there, but what this game really was about defense. It was about getting to the quarterback. Both of those quarterbacks going to be sore tomorrow. I don't know how bad Joe Burrow's knee was, but it didn't look good. And Matthew Stafford, that ankle, they're going to be sore, and it's going to be happy that it's now the offseason so we can heal. The difference in this game was not Matthew Stafford or Joe Burrow. The difference should have been Aaron Donald as MVP. I will say that Aaron Donald's sack to end the game was more important than the Cooper Kupp touchdown reception. It was that big. And for years, I have honestly screamed. I know I'm just I'm a Joe the fan, a cabinet maker, a guy who loves to watch football and talk trash and entertain. I'm not a coach. I'm not an owner. I've got no power. But for what I see and have seen for so long, we look at the teams and say we have to have great offense. Offense. We put all the resources in offense. But I look and I see Tom Brady, the GOAT, and all the offensive players he had beat down by defense. I look at Aaron Rodgers, who got beat down by a 49er defense. I look at our Cowboys that got beat down by a 49er defense. That these defenses are the difference makers. And see, the thing is this. We always focus in on saying, the linebacker, the cornerbacks, we got to get those guys. Today's football, the one thing, and I mean the one thing that you must do and do well, and that is get to the quarterback and stop the run. That is the game changer and the thing that I have shouted forever. Like I said, I have always wanted the big man in the middle that can put pressure on the quarterback, that can push the pocket. The Cowboys have focused always on the cornerbacks, the linebackers, the defensive ends. But we never focus in on those 3-and-1 technique guys. You don't know their names unless it's Aaron Donald or Reggie White, or Warren Sapp. But those guys are Hall of Famers because of what they did to wreak havoc to win championships. The Leon Lett. It's my heat pump, okay? It's not a ghost. It's my heat pump. And here's why I look at it and say, Micah Parsons, he's a really good linebacker. He is a really good linebacker. But I tell you, what he can do on that edge is special, guys. We need him out there on the edge, and we need the big men in the middle that can push the pocket and can knock the crap out of the quarterback. I'm not going to look at this and say it was an offensive shootout by any stretch of the imagination. This was good old-fashioned defense at its finest. And see, defenses, you don't notice them in the regular part of the season much. But come the end of the season, when bodies are worn down, you've got injuries, defenses take over games and win championships. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I hope the Cowboys take a look at this and look at the Kansas City's at home, the Tampa Bay's at home, the Green Bay's at home. All these offensive juggernauts that were knocked out by teams that could play freaking defense. And understand, it's the wild, wild west. If you can't get to the quarterback in 2.25 seconds, you're going to get beat. There's too many weapons. But if you can get there in 2 seconds, you will win. Don't feel sad. Don't feel sad that the season's over. Because now is when the real work begins. There's more to talk about now, speculation-wise, on what the Cowboys are doing, what they're thinking. Now that we brought back Kellen Moore, are we going to look at this and say we're just going to get some more Kellen Moore's offense, or are we going to finally see Mike McCarthy put his will and realize my nuts are in the vice, and here's what we're going to do differently? Are we going to see Dan Quinn being able to put his will and stamp on the defense even more this next year? I don't want to say this. When I've said this in the past about the Giants or the Eagles or the Washington football team, they just come through and they say you're a hater. You're just a hater, man. You don't know nothing. I hate to say this, but some people are going to get mad at me for saying, and I'm sure I'll get an email, that I'm depressing. But we got a tough road to hoe. We're going to have a tough schedule next year because we got the big boy schedule because we won our division. We're going to lose a bunch of players. People are going to want what we have even more. They're going to be coming after us. Nobody's repeated in the NFC East. It's not like, the NFC North, where the Packers win every year, or New England wins every year, and, the AFC East. It's the NFC East. Even after winning Super Bowls, nobody has repeated back-to-back titles in the division. Nobody. And it's going to be tough because a lot of hard decisions have to be made on this team. Some players we relied on are going to have to go. But the Bengals brought in 7 new players on defense. 7 new starters. And that defense was in the Super Bowl. So don't be afraid of changing and bringing in other people. Don't be. The Rams, this is what's crazy. The last 2 Super Bowls have been 2 anomalies. 2 teams winning in their own stadium. 2 teams with a quarterback that wasn't on the roster the year before. the Rams selling out and going out and just getting player after player after player. Odell Beckham didn't come until the middle of the season. The same thing with Von Miller. Von Miller had, I think, 2 sacks tonight. Going out and getting Jalen Ramsey. Going out and getting Matthew Stafford. They don't have any draft picks till the 5th round, but they're sitting there with the ring, so they kind of get a bye. Yeah. We'll see what the Cowboys learn, because we'll be finding out real quickly how they view everything. But I'm sure Stephen Jones will be doing his regular, bottom basement shopping, Kmart blue light specials, and plugging holes. So, good night to 2021. And from now on, we're looking at 2022, starting tomorrow morning. Gentlemen, don't forget, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's all about her. With that being said, tell somebody you love them. And God willing, I'll see you in the morning.